NewGround has many members that influence one another. I've been blessed to have an amazing relationship with one of those influential people, Sam Hutman, after becoming a part of MAJIC. Her partnership with my fellow magicians told a story of a Muslim-Jewish friendship during the Holocaust. She showed us how much we could learn from the collaborative process and how much more could be learned once our film went out in the world. After MAJIC, I wanted to continue learning from her and joined the Righteous Conversations project, where she connects Holocaust survivors and teens. Her ways of uniting people with different stories made me reflect on my own story and learn about my country's relationship with the Holocaust and its minorities. From Struma, the ship carrying Holocaust survivors that sank off the coast of Turkey, to the vibrant culture of Sephardic Jews, I got to face history in many meaningful ways and discover what I could do with it. Her precious mentorship is shaping the person I'm becoming, and I know that this is the case for many other people. She's raising a new generation that will carry the mantle of building bridges. Her dedication and passion to her work is inspiring us every day. It is now my pleasure to present you with the NewGround Changemaker awardee, Samara Hutman.
Before I met NewGround, I didn't know any Muslims. I hadn't even really met any Muslims, which today feels odd to say, but it's true. I definitely knew a lot of Jews, and I had met many, many more, but there was not one Muslim I would call a friend. In 2011, my work as the co-founder and director of the Righteous Conversations Project led me to NewGround, which was founded in 2006 to create a national model for healthy relations, productive engagement, and social change between American Muslims and Jews. Our goal at Righteous Conversations Project was to nurture relationships between teens and the last generation of Holocaust survivors for creative collaboration and dialogue about the pressing issues of our time. One teen and one elder at a time, we worked to nurture relationships centered around collaborative media projects that would be shared with the world through social media and film festivals and through organizational partnership. It is not hyperbole to say that NewGround has provided the kind of partnership we could only have hoped for in our most ambitious dreams. The Righteous Conversations Project and NewGround have nurtured overlapping communities in our maker and youth leadership circles, which have allowed each of us to grow our impact. We have created media that has traveled the world and been honored in film festivals nationally and internationally, and even taken our students down the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival in France. I've had the privilege of participating in several cohorts that have left an indelible imprint on me. I was part of the 2018 Changemaker Fellowship, which played out in the year of Me Too, where our project coalesced around an anthology of stories written by cohort members who were sexually exploited, harassed, or assaulted. We were disquieted to acknowledge how many of us were speaking about it for the first time. We created an interfaith healing workshop and ritual at Wilshire Boulevard Temple for the community, and I am grateful for the chance to herald that work here with you today. This year, I had the privilege to join the Courage Accelerator Fellowship, which was a cohort of Changemaker alum who yearned to go deeper into recognizing and healing the biases in our own communities around race, Blackness, and whiteness. In the way NewGround has perfected, we too, Muslims and Jews, were not afraid to go to the hard places and look at where we were failing each other, where we could listen, learn, grow, and do better. In the course of our fellowship year, a war erupted in Israel, and NewGround was there to create spaces where we could gather virtually to work through the questions and cognitive dissonance we were feeling about the real-time experience of our family, friends, and fellow Muslims and Jews in Israel and in Palestine. There will be no peace possible until each of us with a stake in the future of Israel-Palestine is better educated about the lived experience and human stories and complexities on both sides of the conflict. Until then, there will continue to be harm and brutality in the lives of innocents. This is the work that NewGround is built to scaffold. This is the work that I have been deeply, deeply proud and grateful to be part of and an enthusiastic supporter of for almost a decade. In 2018, Righteous Conversations Project partnered with NewGround magicians to tell the story of Abdul Hussein Sardari, the Iranian Muslim ambassador to Paris during the Holocaust. His friendship with a Jewish merchant named Ibrahim Maradi created the support, sustenance, and catalyst required to lobby the Nazis with a bogus argument that ended up saving the lives of over 2,000 Jews. It is poignant to note that just this week, Ibrahim Maradi's son Claude Maradi died in Los Angeles. I'm so grateful we were able to screen this film for Claude last year. He was so proud of his father and the role that he played to save human life. Amazingly, Claude's dad did not share this story with Claude during his childhood. Like so many of the stories we uncovered in We Too and in our interfaith dialogues at NewGround, there's so much that can be lost when histories are forgotten, put aside, or buried, and where no healing paths are offered. This invitation to truth, to story, to listen and be heard is the value proposition of NewGround. Now in 2021, after a challenging couple of years, I can affectionately and proudly say, I know too many Muslims, just like I know too many Jews. Too many to spend the time I would like to spend. A beautiful, rich, rewarding abundance of Muslim friends. The number too many is a privilege because it means I'm not in the one of my best friends is Muslim camp. I'm in the so many of my best friends are Muslim camp. Some Shia, some Sunni, and all with the delicate varieties and colors and nuances and shadings and genders and gender orientations and gender identities and political persuasions of the Muslim rainbow. Because of Hadab Tarifi, I have a Palestinian friend who's the first woman to lead the Islamic Center of Southern California and the Muslim Public Affairs Council, and someone who models a dignity and a respect for people and the planet that has inspired me in its purity. Because of Rami El-Atrebi, I have a friend who is a gorgeously creative and talented gay Muslim man, out and proud and devout with all the complexity that creates and with all the ways he inspires all of us to move cultural and societal needles. Because of Kulsum Cesar, because of Adnan, because of Samer, because of Mohammed, because of Hada, because of Fakrul, because of Soraya, because of Sarah. I could keep going, but I'd have you here way past bedtime in New York and in LA. To Susie Marks and her husband of blessed memory, Wally, thank you for the extraordinary founding vision and enduring stewardship. To each of you here today who are adorable NewGround supporters, thank you for what you have co-created and continue to build upon each day. For those of you who are new to this work, we invite you to join us in the many ways that are possible, through your support and engagement, and by adding your voice and your story to our growing community. We will build together a more humane and compassionate world, one relationship at a time.